Natasha with Aspiring, and today I wanted to give you a little quick peek behind the scenes at my process and what really goes into creating a brand design. So I know if you are familiar with design, but if you haven't gone through your own rebrand, you might be wondering what exactly happens to create your brand elements, logo, colors, type, etc. So I thought I'd give you a quick peek behind the scenes. So after I sign a contract and start working with someone, I send them a little bit of homework, and this is my brand discovery document. It's several pages long, and this is getting to know the company, getting to know your vision, and really pulling out those details of what makes you unique and sets you apart. I always recommend that everyone has a strong sense of how you serve your customers and how you do that differently than other people, and exactly who your target audience is before you dive into a branding project. That's going to help you create the best solution that's going to resonate with your ideal customers. If you're a new company, make sure you have this down, or you've done some client studies to make sure that this is validated. If you've been in business for a few years, you likely have kind of done that work just in your daily process of serving your customers and should have a pretty good idea. So that's always a great thing to have before you get started. So this will be several pages just getting to know you. I'll have you fill that out, and then I will schedule some time for a pre-project call. And on that, we'll discuss the research I've done after reading your brand discovery document, answer questions. I'll bring up industry trends or things about your competitors if you have any questions, things like that. And we will also do a Pinterest inspiration board, which you can see just a little bit of that over here. And in this process, I'll actually have you pin images of things that you like, just to start to get an idea if you have a visual sense of where you'd like to go. Now, you don't have to have an idea of where you're going to go, but some people already have that vision in mind. And so this will just help us get on the same page visually. Next, I'll take all these ideas and I will make a mood board. And what the mood board is basically a narrowing down of those ideas gathered in your Pinterest board and really defining, okay, what colors are we looking at? What's the tone and feel? So in this instance, we're looking at the branding I did for Carolyn Rovner, Stylist and Shopper. She's in the Bay Area. She's super awesome if you have any styling needs for an upcoming event. So as you can see, I put some images of the high fashion that she really enjoyed. Her personal branding photos were fantastic for the color and style as well, so we included those on there, as well as some textures and pattern. And what you can do with this mood board now is set the tone of what any future elements might look like. So it gives a visual guide, and it also makes sure that we're on the same page before we actually jump into design a logo. So it's just a quick check-in. In the case of Carolyn's design, she actually already had a logo that she's pretty happy with, but I did do a little bit of fixing in there to just bring it up a little bit more and highlight her name, and just modernized the purse shape just a little bit and gave her different variations of the logo so that she could use it easily across mobile and mobile, desktop, etc. The day and age that we live in, we have so many different applications for logos that it's nice to have a system that works in multiple formats. So for most of my clients, I will design a logo, an alternate logo, depending on the package that they select. I also create a brand board. You may be familiar with brand guidelines. For a lot of my clients, they don't need the full intense brand guideline, but a brand board provides a quick snapshot of their brand that you can share with any vendor that you're working with so that they understand the elements that they're working with, so you can get a consistent brand across all platforms and all the things that you may be creating. So it has your logo, it identifies your colors, it also calls out the hex codes, RGB and CMYK. If you're not familiar with those just let us know for like web or for print which color codes to use. Showing the logo used in different on a light and dark background, putting the mood board for reference as well, and then calling out the different fonts that you use, so that way anyone could look at the elements pretty quickly and know how to create something that would be in line with your brand. Oh, and these are just a closer shot of each of those. And then once we've developed that baseline of your brand, we'll jump in and actually start creating the unique assets that you need for your business. These are going to vary from company to company. It may be a PowerPoint, it may be a flyer, it may be trade show material. I get all sorts of different requests, and I'm happy to help any. In most of my brand packages, I do include business cards as well. So with Carolyn, we designed the square business cards. I always provide 2 options. You select one and you get 2 revisions, so we can dial it in exactly how you want them. We printed these on Moo. They came out super nice. They have a soft touch finish, and she says she gets compliments on them all the time. So really love how these turned out for her. Here's some flyers that we designed for Carolyn as well. You can see this matches kind of the look and tone that we created in the initial brand board for. And we also did a website for her as well. She just needed a simple web presence, so we did a homepage that introduced you to her. You see her brand photography is awesome. I always really recommend getting some professional shots that you can use in your website. You can see how quickly relatable she is just in this shot. And then a services page to go over the different services that she had. So that's pretty much it for a quick overview. I hope it gives you a little bit of insight into the back end of the brand process. You know, looking through a few photos, it looks pretty simple, but it does take some time and some input from you. But the results are always pretty great when you invest in a visual brand. So give me a call if you're interested.